Hi and welcome to MoxieCopy.com's video training series. In this lesson we are going to be discussing multi-page projects such as booklets, newsletters, magazines, and more. Now to continue, we've loaded up www.moxiecopy.com and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here and click on multi-page. Okay, so now we have our multi-page project page loaded, and you can see you have some different options here. This is the section that deals with magazines, newsletters. This is typically media that is folded and stapled, and then we have documents and books. These a lot of times it can just be a printed document with no binding, or it can be an actual document that may have some kind of saddle staple on it. This is a little bit of a confusion. If you have maybe a Word document that you need printed and you just want it printed and it's 15 pages, this would be the area that you would go into. And then we also have NCR forms if those are needed. What we're going to go over today is magazine, newsletters, and booklets. So we'll go ahead and we'll just click on this and the page will load, and you can see it starts off with paper size. Now the paper size seems to be a major area of confusion, so let me zoom in here so you can take a look at it. We have listed both sides, the start size and the end size. As you can see here, 8.5 by 11. It starts out as an 8.5 by 11 sheet. It is then folded in half here, which makes it 2 pages. So the final end size, which you see here, is going to be 5.5 by 8.5. As the same as with this sheet, which is an 8.5 by 14, final size will be 7.5 by 8.5. Now the most common printing size in this area would be this last option, which is actually 11 by 17 sheet of paper folded in half, which the final size is 8.5 by 11, which is your standard magazine size. So we're going to click this standard size here and do an 11 by 17, which would be an 8.5 by 11 final size. Our next section is how many pages are in your original. Now, one thing to remember is this must be a multiple of 4 because of the way the pages are laid out and folded. Now this seems to be a big area of confusion for a lot of people because they don't know exactly how to count the pages. So the simplest way to put this is to count the pages as they are in a book, and to also count the front and back cover when you're counting these pages. So I've counted my pages and we are going to be 12 pages. Now you can see here in this illustration right down here, it kind of gives you a little bit of a better idea of what I mean by counting the pages in a book. Now if we scroll down here, our next option is going to be the select a paper type. The cover stock here, what we're going to select is 67 pound, which seems to be a common white cover stock to use for these. And for the inside paper, we're going to go ahead and choose 80 pound white gloss text. Now these are pretty much the standard, most common sizes that are used for a magazine. Now when you scroll down here to the next section, you're going to see the in color. You're going to be able to enter in how many pages are color, how many are black and white, and we've also given you a little reminder here of how many pages you have left. So we're going to do 8 pages in color, and we have 4 remaining, so I want those black and white. So 0 pages remaining, we're all good to go. Now we scroll down, we can see the binding options. Saddle stapled is your standard binding for a magazine, and it is free of charge, but if you prefer not to have any staples, you just want it folded, you can click none. We would like ours saddle stapled. Now the last step is to enter your quantity. I'd like 100 of these 12 page items, and my total will be $124. Now you may decide that you want to tweak your color and black and white pages to see how that adjusts the price. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll up here, and I'm going to change the number of color pages to 4, which leaves me with 4 more pages remaining, and I'm going to do 8 black and white. Now if we scroll down here, we're going to see that our price has dropped to $92 from $124. So you can see that you can kind of go through these options and change things around and see what your price would be. Now, as we've done in our other lessons, you'll notice that the shipping price is not included in this estimated price. Now, the reasoning for that is all projects are different and people want different shipping methods. So once you have actually submitted your order, we will contact you to go over order details and discuss shipping prices so it's more fair and accurate for you. Now if you scroll down here to the notes section, this is to be the place where you can add any special notes to us about the project files or if there's any special shipping requirements for your order. Now if everything looks good and you're ready to continue processing your order, go ahead and click for next step, project submission form. Now this page is going to let you specify a project name and your contact information. You'll be able to see these fields right here. As you get your project name, we can type that in, and we have all of our contact fields. So be sure to fill out all the appropriate fields right here. Now if we scroll down to the bottom here, we get to the attach files section. Now this is the section where you're going to attach the files we need to print your job. You simply just click the browse button and a window will load up for you to select your file type. You'll scroll down, find the file you want printed, and click open, and you can see it listed in the little section here. Now you can attach up to 5 files per order, but most customers can do it in 1. Once this page is completed, click the send button and your files will start the transfer. Once the transfer is completed, one of our customer service reps will be contacting you shortly to guide you through the rest of the process.